Good morning students, welcome to today's session of online class. Today we are going to discuss about depreciation. Let us discuss when the depreciation is charged with provision for depreciation account. And also we will discuss the second method of depreciation, that is diminishing balance method. Students, in our previous class we have learned that there are two methods of recording depreciation. The first method is when depreciation is charged to assets, and the second method is when depreciation is credited to provision for depreciation, which is also known as accumulated depreciation account. So in our last class we saw that when depreciation is charged to asset like machinery, what are the possible journal entries? Let us have a quick review of those journal entries first. Students, these are the three possible journal entries. The first one is purchase of asset. So if in the question they have given information related to purchase of any asset, that may be machinery, furniture, or any asset like plants and machinery. So if they have mentioned about given you details about purchase of any asset, the journal entry which you have to pass is asset account will be debited to bank account. Okay, next is at the end of the financial year, it may be 31st March or it may be 31st December. So as per the question you have to decide about the date. So at the end of the financial year you will have to charge depreciation on that asset. Okay, so what is the journal entry? Depreciation account will be debited to asset account. So this is a case when depreciation is charged on the asset. Okay, depreciation is charged to asset. In that case, this is the journal entry. Depreciation will be debited to asset account. Now on the same financial year, at the last you have to transfer this depreciation account to profit and loss account. So what is the third entry? Profit and loss account will be debited to depreciation account. That is, you are transferring this depreciation account to profit and loss account. So these are the three possible journal entry related to charging of depreciation with this method. Okay, when depreciation is charged to asset. Now let us see when depreciation is credited or charged to provision for depreciation. What is the other name for provision for depreciation? Yes, it is also known as accumulated depreciation account. So let us see if instead of charging depreciation to asset, if it is charged to provision for depreciation, what is the possible journal entries? Students, now let us see when we are purchasing that asset, the same journal entry you had to pass, that is assets will be debited to bank account. Okay, so asset account debited to bank account. We are just going through the journal entry when depreciation is charged to a separate account which is known as provision for depreciation. So instead of charging it to asset, when we are charging this depreciation to a separate account which is known as provision for depreciation, what are the possible journal entries? So the first entry is the common entry for both these methods, that is purchase of asset. Asset will be debited to bank account. Now for second entry, that is charging of depreciation. So when you charge depreciation, here you are charging depreciation to separate account which we have created for that purpose, and that is provision for depreciation. So what is the journal entry? Depreciation account will be debited to provision for depreciation account. See, the same transaction, that is charging of depreciation, with the first method, that is charging of depreciation to asset, what was the journal entry? Depreciation was debited to asset account. But here what journal entry you will pass when you are showing it to provision for depreciation? See, depreciation will be debited to provision for depreciation. Instead of asset, you have to replace it with provision for depreciation. So that is second method. And now the third entry is transfer of depreciation to profit and loss. Transferring of depreciation to profit and loss, the same third entry will be common to both the method. The third entry is common, that is profit and loss account will be debited to depreciation account. So these are the three journal entry which you have to pass The first entry you will pass when you purchase this asset, and the 2 entries you will pass at the end of the financial year. Okay, every year at the end of that financial year, that depreciation will be charged on that machinery. So this is the 2 different journal entry with 2 different methods. Okay. Now let us move to the next session of today's class. Let us see the methods of depreciation which we have discussed earlier. Out of that, first method we have already discussed, that is calculation of depreciation or computation of depreciation using the fixed percentage or original cost or fixed installment, otherwise known as SLM method, that is straight line method. So with SLM method, how to compute the depreciation, that we learned. Today, now let us discuss about fixed percentage on diminishing balance or reducing installment method or written down value method, as it is known as computation of depreciation with the second method. Let us discuss with the help of a problem. Students, here is the problem from the written down value method, which is also known as diminishing or reducing balance method. Okay, so you should remember all these different names of this particular method: written down value method, diminishing balance method, or reducing balance method. Now let us discuss a problem. On 1st October 2015, Ram and brothers purchase a second-hand machine for rupees 1,80,000 and spend rupees 20,000 on its repair and installation. So it is on 1st October that a second-handed machinery is purchased, and the value of that machinery is 1,80,000, but they have spent some amount for its repairs and all that. So that means the total cost of this machinery is 2 lakh. 1,80,000 plus 20, that means 2 lakh. Okay, now next, what is the information given to you? On 30th September 2018, see, the machinery was purchased on 2015, and on 2018, 30th September, the machinery was sold. And what is the sales value of this machinery? Sold for 1,40,000. One more information is given to you, and an amount of rupees 4,000 was paid as dismantling charges. So for that is the machinery which was installed, that has to be dismantled, and for that some charges were incurred by the company, and it is 4,000. So the total sales value here is 1,40,000 less 4,000. So after deducting this dismantling charges, you have to calculate the sales value. That is your sales value. Okay, so from 1,40,000, if you subtract 4,000, that is your sales value. Right? Now what is the next information given to you? Let us read. The books are closed on 31st March every year. So what is the end of the financial year of this particular company? It is on 31st March every year. And depreciation is charged at the rate 10%. So what is the rate of depreciation charge on this machinery? 10%. And see, they have given you the method also on the written down value method. So as per the written down value method, you have to calculate the depreciation being charged on this machinery. Show the machinery account from the date of purchase of machinery till the date of sale of machinery. From the purchase date, that is 2015, till its sales date, that is 2018, you have to show the machinery account. Okay, so shall we start solving this problem? So students, now we are going to prepare the machinery account, as that is the requirement of this question. It is asked that show machinery account. Okay, so with the written down value method, let us see how to prepare a machinery account. The first entry is related to 1st October 2015, when we purchase a machinery. That is, Ram and brothers have purchased a machinery, second-handed machinery. So what will be the journal entry when you purchase a machinery? What is the journal entry? Machinery account debited to bank account. So this is your machinery account, and let us write down the journal entry first. the date will be, you have purchased this machinery on 2015. So see, I have written 2015 October 1. Okay, October 1. And what I am supposed to write here? To bank account. Okay, this is the cost of machinery which I have purchased. Cost of machine. So what is the cost of machine in the question given? It is 1,80,000. Okay, now again I have spent some money to bank account, and this money I have spent for its installation and repairs. So I can write here repair and installation charges. Okay, how much is the amount you have spent? It's 20,000. Students, this is the journal entry for purchase of a machinery, second-hand machinery. This machinery was purchased on 1st October. Now, second entry is related to charging of depreciation. We know that every year, at the end of every financial year, you are supposed to charge the depreciation. So, it is given in the question that on 31st March every year, the depreciation is charged. So, this is 2015. On 2016 March 31st, we will charge depreciation on this particular machinery. So the entry will be depreciation account debited to machinery account. So machinery account credit side we will write by depreciation account. Okay, but here you have to see that see, we are purchasing this machinery on 1st October and we are charging depreciation on 31st March. So for how long this machinery is there in being used? So from October to March, that means we are using this machinery for 6 months. So we will charge depreciation for only 6 months. So see, what is the cost of that machinery? It is 2 lakh. Okay, 2 lakh is the cost of machinery. Into what is the rate of depreciation given to you in the question? It is mentioned that it is 10%. So we will write here 10 divided by 100, the rate of depreciation, into we are charging depreciation for only 6 months. So the date when we are purchased this machinery till the date of its financial year, end of the financial year, so 6 months. So when we calculated, we got an amount of 10,000 as the depreciation on this particular machinery. Okay, now let us see all that is, we purchase the machinery, we charge depreciation on this machinery. Now let us close this account. Okay, when you close this account, you can see that our debit side is more. So for what value it is, how much is the total amount you are getting? Here you will get an amount of 2 lakh. Total of debit side is 2 lakh. So here also you will write 2 lakh as a total amount and write down March 31st by balance carried down. What is the difference? You can find that the credit side is short by 1,90,000. So that is the carry down. Okay. Now next financial year, on 2016 April 1. Okay, April 1. What you will write here? To balance brought down. Okay, how much is the balance? The same, this 1,90,000 we will write over here, balance amount. Now again charging of depreciation in the next financial year, that is 2017 March 31st by depreciation account. So here we are using this machinery for one complete year. Okay, right? So what is the depreciation we will charge over here? It is, see on this, it is not on the cost of machinery, because this method is written down value method. In fixed or SLM method, what we used to do, on the cost of machinery every year we used to charge the same depreciation. Okay, with same rate of depreciation we will charge the depreciation. So but in written down value method or diminishing balance method, on the balance what you got on that particular year, on that you have to charge the depreciation. So you got the balance 1,90,000. On 1,90,000, 10% have to be calculated. That is the rate of depreciation. So you will get 19,000 as the depreciation of that particular accounting period. Now let us close this account. Okay, when we close this account, you will get 1,90,000. Then again make a total of this side, 1,90,000. March 31st we will write by balance carry down. See, 1,90,000 less 19,000. 1,90,000 less 19,000. You will get 1,71,000 as your balance carried down. Okay, now to the next year, new financial year, that is 2017, April 1. We will write here to balance brought down 171,000. Again on 2018, March 31st. Okay, March 31st, write down by depreciation account. But students, you can see here on so again on 2018 March 31st we will charge depreciation by depreciation account. So as I told you, again on this balance 1,71,000 into 10% you will charge the depreciation. So you will get an amount of 17,100 as your depreciation. Okay, 17,100 as your depreciation. Now again we will close this account. March, let us make a total of this. So you will get 1,70,000. Closing this side also, you will get 1,71,000. March 31st, write down by balance carry down, and you will get a total of 1,53,900. Okay, the difference, see, 1,71,000. This side appreciation is 17,100. So difference between this is 1,53,900. Okay, now the next new financial year is 2018. Again April 1. Write down to balance brought down. Amount is 153,900. Then we have 2018. Do you know why I wrote 2018 again? Actually the financial year was 2019, isn't it? But what is mentioned here? On 30th September 2018 we are selling this machinery. So we have to record the sales entry. Okay, so let us see how to pass this entry. September 30 by bank account. So how much money we are getting when we sold this machinery? When we sold this machinery, it is given that the sales value of this machinery is 1,40,000. But there was one dismantling charges also. So after incurring this dismantling charges, the rest of the money is 1,36,000. That is the sales value of this machinery. Okay, so how you got this bank account is 1,40,000 the sales value less 4,000 the dismantling charges. So 1,36,000 is the sales value. Okay. So students, you saw the sales value of this machinery. Now on September 30th, the second entry is charging of depreciation. So by depreciation account, that is we are charging this depreciation for 6 months. You can see the 1st April was the date of our next financial year. From this financial year, April 1 to 30th September. So how many month this machinery we have used? It is for 6 months. Okay, so we have to charge depreciation for this 6 month. So how you will calculate? As you know, the depreciation is charged on the balance amount of that machinery. So 1 lakh, this is the balance. How much machinery is there? What is the value of machinery left with us? 1,53,900. So 1,53,900 into 10%, the rate of depreciation, into 6 by 12. What is this 6 by 12? 6 months. That is from 1st April to 30th September. So 6 months we are using this machinery. So for 6 months we have to charge depreciation on this machinery. So we will get the amount of, after calculation you will get an amount of 7,695. Okay, 7,695 is the depreciation for that machinery. Next is we have to calculate whether it's a profit or loss on that machinery. So children, in our one of the class I have shown you a working note for calculating profit or loss on that machinery. So students, we saw that a machinery when sold, what is its sales value? So it is given that the sales value is 1,40,000, but some charges is given to dismantle this machinery. So overall sales value is 1,36,000. And we saw the depreciation. Okay, depreciation to be charged on this machinery which we are going to sell. So it is not on the cost of that machinery which we have to calculate depreciation, but the balance amount. Every year, if you notice, we have charged depreciation on the balance amount of that machinery. Okay, so on the balance, whatever amount you are getting, on that this machinery have been charged, depreciation have been charged. So here also 1,53,900 into 10% into 6 by 12. Why 6 by 12? Because we are using this machinery for 6 months. So 6 by 12 you got 7,695. Now what next? When we sell a machinery, is it a profit or loss on that machinery? For that a small working note is required. You can see the cost of machinery which we are going to sell, we got as 1,53,900. So this is the cost of that machinery. Okay. Now after that the depreciation which we have charged on that machinery is 7,695. That also we calculated. So we got that also. So from the cost of machinery, when we subtracted depreciation, we got the book value of that machinery. So this is the book value, that is 1,46,250 is the book value of that machinery. Now sales value is also given to you. For what value are you selling this machinery? It is 1,36,000. So the book value is 1,46,205. Sales value is 1,36,000. So you can see that when the book value is 1,46,205 and you are selling this machinery for only 1,36,000, that means it is a loss. Loss on sale of this machinery is 10,205. Okay, so you are selling this machinery for a loss. So you have to study this format, that is on cost. When you subtract the depreciation, you will get the book value of that machinery. From this book value, you can see that the book value is 1,46,000, and when you compare it with the sales value, you can find it that it is a loss. You are selling this machinery for a loss. So that loss you have to record over here. Okay, September, again write down September 30th by loss on sale of machinery. And you will transfer this loss to profit and loss account. So in the bracket you can write profit and loss account. Okay, so how much was your calculated loss? It was 10,205. Now just make a total of this side. It's 1,53,200. And this side, how much you will get? Just find out. You will get that this amount is also 1,39,900. So children, this is how you will calculate the problem using the diminishing balance method. And you can see that in diminishing balance method, it is not on the cost of the machinery that depreciation is charged. It is on the balance. Each year, whatever balance is you are getting, on that particular balance the depreciation have been charged. So do practice some more problem related to diminishing balance method from your textbook. Attend the test paper attached, and meet you in the next class where we will discuss a new chapter. Till then, goodbye. See you.